Shane, right, what are your first impressions of the product?
Well, it's fairly plain packaging. It's just a white box with the thermometer on the front. The picture is fairly simple. It's just the thermometer with the reading on the back, which is handy for the person using it. You know, you can read it and you know where to read it. The title of it, thermometer, is in bold on the front, which is actually kind of handy because some people, like elderly and kids and like other people, just wouldn't know that this is a thermometer. And if you just had the product model, it would kind of be more difficult for people to.
And what about the icons there beside the?
Yeah, no, they're very kind of like, it's an easy way to like know what you can.
And are they clear what they're trying to convey?
Yeah, they are. To be fair, it's fairly they're fairly straightforward. Like, you know, it's but the writing even on the bottom is just in case to make sure people know exactly what they are. But like, you can kind of get the general gist of just off the pictures itself.
What about the image of the product? Is that enticing to you, or what's your opinion of that?
It is, yeah. It does. It's a white background with a white product in it. If it wasn't for the purple, really, or it's shaded a bit, it would be very hard to. It'd be very hard to know which one it is. The purple and the white are contrast as well, so it's very easy to see stuff that's in purple boxes at the bottom.
So would the product stand out to you on a shelf or?
It would, yeah. If it was just a plain white one with kind of grey or something, it wouldn't be as much of a contrast and stuff. So.
Okay. If you want to look at like the back of the box or whatever.
It's again, shows what you're meant to be looking at, which is handy because you can know whether or not it's working or not if you are too hot or too cold or whatever.
Would you normally read that kind of stuff on a box?
If it was there, yeah, because like going through instructions is just a pain. So like, it's actually handy just to see all the stuff laid out for you. And
so would you read it before you were buying the product? Would you do much reading of that?
I would, yeah. I'd have to kind of know exactly what I was buying.
Yes.
It's a personal thing, really.
And what do you think of the graphic on the back of the box?
Yeah, again, like, you know which ones, like, when you're in trouble, really.
Yeah.
You know, so the different colours is like a common way of showing whether you're or not you're.
Yeah.
Hot.
What about the symbols down the bottom of the box? Do you recognise any of them?
The recycling one. And the European health one, I think that's what it's called.
Okay. You can open the box there when you're ready. Instruction there.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So what's your first impression of this interior packaging?
It's fairly straightforward. It stops it from rattling inside the box, which is very handy if you're walking around the place or if you want to bring places in.
Yeah.
Like on a bag on your back or something, like it would just.
And the box itself and what's in it, would you think that would be suitable for sort of long-term storage of the product?
Like, I think the cardboard is kind of tearing away. We've only had it for like 2 weeks, 1 week, so and the plastic as well is kind of bending out of shape and like I think it would work just as well if you just left it in a drawer, like, or if the packaging was maybe if it was meant to last for a long time, maybe a different material to use for it. But apart from that, it holds.
Depends on how much you're using it.
Exactly, yeah.
So if you want to try put the batteries in there. So what's your opinion on that mechanism?
It's handy for putting it inside the handle it's a good kind of way to, because it kind of like reduces the amount of space it takes up. But the mechanism could be done a bit better.
Yeah. Do you think if you hadn't read the instructions, you would know where to put the batteries?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Well, the arrow at the bottom really kind of
Okay.
gives it away.
Yeah.
And the purple makes it stand out a bit more. But yeah,
So that's sufficient for that.
it's a bit hard to kind of see where which battery goes in where. You have to kind of hold it against the light, which is kind of annoying.
Okay. Would you mind having a look at the instructions there as well?
First instructions that are in kind of like sheet
They're in
form.
English, are they?
They're all in English, yeah. Prefer them that are in English, now to be fair. But yeah, no, they're in English and it's just handy to read. The writing's a bit small, but
And is that a problem for you?
it is a bit, yeah. You'd prefer to see like maybe if it was a little bit bigger than this, but
Okay.
no, but all the important stuff is highlighted, and that's good. You have at the back a table of what age groups can read what, so that's actually it's kind of handy in that way. Like you don't have to.
Is there anything you would do
scroll through
to improve that instruction booklet?
Just more kind of like, instead of big long paragraphs 1 to 9, you could have it like more spaces in between them, and just, you know, like kind of more,
More concise.
yeah, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Instead of having a big paragraph, have 15 kind of like smaller standout sentences. That,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, but it's not in any other language, which could be a problem for people that don't speak English or read English. It's better in a sheet form but rather than a booklet, because booklets can be just too condensed, you know, and it's just,
You're more likely to read it if it's a
Yeah.
paper
Oh, yeah.
rather than a big thick book.
yeah, I would.
Do you want to do a reading there yourself?
Yeah, how many?
Would you do 3, please?
The first one's 37. 36.4. 36.2.
Would you be happy with the accuracy of the product, or
Yeah, I'd be fairly happy with it. But I would like to know if it
it's
works.
obviously difficult to tell how accurate it is,
Mm.
but how consistent
Yeah.
it is, I suppose.
Yeah, it'd be handy if I could know someone that has a temperature, and I could press my thermometer against them
Yeah.
and see if it's higher or lower, or if something like that, you know. But apart
I
from
would
that,
mind try changing it to Fahrenheit, let's say.
do you want me to read again?
Yes, please.
98.4. 97.5. 97.7.
And how does the product feel in your hand? Is it okay to use?
It's fairly okay. Moving it around like that isn't as comfortable as that, you know.
Yeah.
As just say
Some
if
of
it
the
was
other ones you've seen.
some of the other ones I've seen, yeah, you could hold it like that. But this one, you have to you need your finger
I
on
suppose
here.
it's supposed to be meant for
Yeah.
on other people, yeah.
Yeah.
And is the screen easy to read, do you find?
The screen is very easy to read, to be fair, yeah, because it's green for good, yellow for watch yourself, and red for bad.
And do you find it easy to operate or change between different settings?
It is, yeah. The buttons are fairly, they're fairly lively. You know, they're not. There's no if you accidentally push them, they're gonna go.
Okay. Do you have any kind of final statement that you'd like to give, or any other observations maybe?
No, it's just a fairly regular thermometer. It's fits well in the hand, and the packaging is done well also, so you know, it's just yeah, no, it's fairly decent, alright.
That's perfect. So thanks, Shane.
No problem.